When you hear the word SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, what comes to mind? Probably some boring meeting between leaders in suits, shaking hands, reading statements. But what if I told you that inside these meetings, the blueprint for a new world order is being drawn? One where the US dollar might not be the king, where China wants to rewrite the rules, where India plays the ultimate balancing game, and where Russia desperately clings to relevance. This summit was not just about smiles and photos. It was about the real battle for the future of global power. And today I will break it down for you, every perspective, every angle, the truth behind the speeches, the problems nobody talks about, and where this is all heading. By now you must have seen the headlines about SCO. India, China and Russia all coming together, exchanging smiles, friendly meetings and positive pictures. But this is not the full story. There is much more beneath the surface than what those photos suggest. Let me explain. In the late 1990s, as the Cold War's echoes faded, 5 nations, China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, formed the Shanghai Five, aiming to foster trust and cooperation in a post-Soviet landscape. By 2001, this alliance evolved into the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, expanding to include India and Pakistan and later Iran and Belarus. Its original focus was security, fighting terrorism, extremism and separatism. But over time it grew bigger. Originally focused on regional security, the SCO has gradually broadened its scope to encompass economic development, energy cooperation and cultural exchange. India and Pakistan joined in 2017. Suddenly, SCO represented half the world's population. But here is the twist. While on paper it's about cooperation, in reality it's a chessboard of rivalries. India and Pakistan, India versus China, Russia versus China and Central Asia. It's like putting sworn enemies at the same dinner table and asking them to toast to friendship. So what happened in this summit? Fast forward to 2025, in Tianjin, China, Xi Jinping sets the stage, talking about multipolarity, fairness and new global order. He proposes an SCO bank, an AI center, an energy platform. Big moves, right? Meanwhile, India scores diplomatic victories, and for the first time, SCO collectively condemns a terrorist attack in Kashmir, leaving Pakistan completely isolated. Modi meets Xi first time in 7 years and meets Putin, strengthening ties. Russia uses this summit to show it is still relevant. And Central Asia quietly making deals with everyone. Sounds like unity, right? Wrong. This is where the real game begins. China wants SCO to become a launchpad for a China-led financial and tech order. But everyone knows that multipolarity here actually means Sinocentricity. India plays the balancing act, shows the West we are influencer here too, shows China we won't be sidelined. For India, SCO is a stage to project power without becoming anyone's pawn. And for Russia, it clings to optics. It needs SCO more than SCO needs it. Sanctions cut Moscow off from the West, so SCO is its lifeline. But beneath the surface, it's losing influence in its own backyard. And Central Asia, they don't want one boss. They want many suitors. They take money from China, security guarantees from Russia, and markets from India. It's a smart play. And Pakistan, isolated, once thought SCO would counter India, now it's cornered, economy in crisis, over-dependent on China, and even Beijing is not willing to burn bridges for it. Now if you see the problems inside the SCO, then here is the truth. SCO looks like a strong bloc, but inside it is riddled with contradictions. India and China are military rivals. India and Pakistan are sworn enemies. Russia wants control of Central Asia, but China is buying it away. And yet, they sit at the same table, smiling for the cameras. The problem? SCO wants to be everything. A security alliance, a financial bloc, a tech standards group. But without trust, it risks becoming a talk show. More theatre, less action. But if, and it's a big if SCO delivers even one of its promises, then the world changes. If an SCO bank is capitalized, it becomes a real alternate to the IMF and World Bank. If digital and AI rules are agreed, that's half the world setting tax standards outside Silicon Valley. If trade shifts away from the US dollar into local currencies, that is the beginning of a new financial reality. The world won't change overnight, but a scaffolding of an alternative order is being built. So what is SCO? It's a bargaining table, not a brotherhood. It is where China pushes, India balances, Russia clings, Pakistan loses, and Central Asia hustles. On the surface, it's multipolarity. Underneath, it's a rivalry in disguise. The real test is not speeches, it's whether money flows, institutions are built, and follow-ups happen. Until then, SCO is a theatre, but a theatre where the future of world order is rehearsed. Now here is the question for you. Are we heading into a world where US power truly declines and new blocs like SCO set the rules, or will this all collapse under its own contradictions? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more breakdown of global power games, then hit subscribe, because we don't just cover headlines here, we decode the games behind them.